I just wanted to get on here, kind of get used to just saying hi to y'all. And I also want to continue practicing how to not say anymore, or like, or you know. You don't want to spend like all your off time editing, because I really have to use this other time that I have, the off time that I have. I need to utilize it packing up. I need to utilize it selling furniture, being on my YouTube channel now, and I'm actually considering making 2 videos a week. When I first started, I found that doing 1 was so much, and then I was like, oh shit, how am I gonna do 2 videos? But it's all about that balancing, and I have to just balance everything out and just do it too, and keep to it. And accountability, it's all about accountability. It's all about keeping to your word, being a woman of your word, and being a person of your word, and doing what means a lot to you. And actually, that's another thing that contributed to the low vibes that I was having. My tire on my bike, I guess the inner tube like blew out or something. If I need to ride it, I need to like pump the air each and every time. And like, it was just weird for a bit there, a couple of days in a row. There was just really, really bad weather. And I kind of was like, I guess, stuck inside or whatever. And that felt weird to me because I wasn't really getting out on my bike that much. I wasn't really going to hiking all that often like I usually do. And that's something I actually realized about myself, is I actually have to stay active very much. I'm a very high octane person. And I mean, I jump out of airplanes for fun. So like, if there's just a couple of days in a row, if I'm not getting out that much, or like a dog, if I'm not being walked like outdoors, yeah, I'm gonna get low vibes, and then that could snowball effect into a mini depression. So, and I definitely don't want to do that anymore. I have to stay very active. That's one thing that I think I've totally learned this couple of weeks, is that yes, I have so much going on, but if I let it be the feeling of like, oh, this is all compiled on top of me and I don't know how I'm gonna do it, and if I get insecure or nervous, or if I start encompassing beliefs of I don't know how I'm gonna do this, and I'm scared to, or there's so much going on, how am I gonna get all this stuff done? At that point, that's when you don't have full belief in yourself, and you get knocked down, and then there's nothing else other to do than to get yourself back up. So yeah, so I definitely would say that I went through a couple days there where I was just feeling sort of low, and yeah, I needed to get myself out of it. There's no one in the world that can help me other than myself. And that's such an awesome thing to learn and to know. You guys, if you're ever going through something, don't ever feel like you need someone to help you pull you out of it. Of course, that's going to help. The right equation of you being surrounded by good people, and people that want to bring you up, people that support you and love you and truly are there for you, that's all going to be perfect. But what you need to know is the only one that can get you out of a low patch is yourself. There is this awesome guy that I used to watch. He's a really, really big, buff dude. His name is Martyn. He's super awesome. He lives in California, but anyway, so he's a big motivational speaker. So he does a lot of fitness stuff. He has a huge following for how to become fit and how to get those muscles and those gains. And also, he's got tons of videos on how to pick up chicks in the gym. And I think that's cool. But yeah, I just loved watching him because he has an amazing charisma about him. And the way he talks, he's just real. And he just gives this amazing advice. And he really does help people. And that was a sort of an inspiration for me during some times that I was going through some weird, like rough patches, some times where I was going through some healing because I went through a lot. If you're interested in watching a motivational person, I would definitely check him out. He's awesome. He's got so much awesome advice, like life advice. And that's the cool thing about him, is he's not just a guy who's just in the gym, just teaching you how to, build those muscles and get strong and fit and pick up chicks. He's not just that. He's got more depth to him. He's really, really motivational, and he speaks the truth, and it's raw the way he speaks it. So he'll tell it like it is. He'll just speak what's on his mind. He doesn't give two craps about what people think or people that don't support him. He doesn't care. It doesn't stop him. And that's the beautiful thing about Bradley Martyn. So anyway, moving on. One piece of advice that he gives that really kind of stuck with me and helped me is, if you're having a low day, and he actually equates this, he uses a couple of analogies. He equates it to like when you're trying to lose weight or something, and then you're trying to get fit. If you get yourself into a moment where you're like overeating, or you go back to eating your bad foods, or the cheat day turns into 3 days where you're just eating crap and you're just on the couch, you're demotivated, you're not getting up. He says, okay, recognize that, acknowledge it, but then move on. So there's always tomorrow, but it's not just about tomorrow. It's that moment that you realize and you're like, okay, this cheat day has turned into like an entire week. Don't let it continue. Just stop and just pick yourself up and just continue. And it's really not a big deal to have those days. We all have those days, but just to acknowledge it and then to put a forceful stop to it and not take it further is one of the greatest things you could do there. All right, so, okay, it's a day that you've been eating crappy food, but don't let it turn into 2 days. Just acknowledge it now and move on, and, just pick yourself up. And don't worry about it too. Don't feel bad about it. Okay, so before I end this video, I just wanted to leave you guys with a really cool quote. And this quote is, awareness is 90% of transformation. So when you are aware of your situation, and when you are aware of yourself, you are able to fix the things that need to be fixed, change the things that need to be changed, and transform into being the best you that you could be. It's kind of cool if you think about it, because they always say the key to fixing your problems, or the key to getting over something or whatever, is acknowledging it. That's the first step, is acknowledging it. So I definitely would say that this is extremely true in the way that when you are aware and self-conscious, and not self-conscious in the like negative sense, but self-conscious in where you're a conscious being. You understand what you're all about. You understand, who you are, and you're not going to let anyone tear that down, or you know what you want to do in your life. You know who you are. Okay, I had to put a sweater on because it was starting to get pretty chilly. So yeah, when you are conscious of yourself, you're able to see what needs to be changed and see things. So that's a very important thing to know, is awareness is 90% of transformation. So being aware holds a lot of weight there. You're being aware of your situation, being aware of your surroundings, being aware of the people who's around you, being aware of your connection with those people around you, if they're good ones, if they're healthy. Being aware of everything in your life will totally benefit you. And that's one of the things that really helps to benefit me, is by me taking a second and actually viewing my life from a perspective where I'm aware of everything that's going on, and I'm aware that this is where I'm at. I'm starting to get into, low vibes and stuff like that. By being aware, you can actually know what to do to get yourself out of it. Because if you're just on autopilot, like I've been saying this whole video, you're not going to be 100% aware, and then you're just going to not know. And that's a big thing, is knowing. You need to know the things. You need to know why. If you're trying to move to Florida, you need to know why you're moving to Florida. And to me, a big part of that inner knowing is the heart. I started telling my daughter recently, I started teaching her that the heart is stronger than your brain. And this is actually absolutely true. You can research it if you want to. The heart's electromagnetic field is a lot stronger than your brain's electromagnetic field. The brain is only able to capacitate so much, and the heart, it's just endless. Something that I recently learned, I actually learned it in massage school about chakras and the chakra system. But it's funny because then I didn't really pick up on it. I didn't really follow up with it. They just sort of taught you like Chinese medicine and stuff. But then it wasn't until my spiritual awakening that I learned what chakras were and how powerful they are for your life and what you actually go through and what you experience in your life. Like, the chakra system is a huge thing, and we are just so unaware of it. And that's huge. Awareness is huge. So I don't know what the heck I'm going to title this video. It's not even about getting views. It's just about sharing my experience, sharing my life, sharing my meaningful lessons that I've learned, helping you guys and everyone in my life and everyone out there, helping you guys along in your lives. I am so glad that I actually have gone through learning how to balance my busy lifestyle and all the things that I've got going on. But yeah, you guys have a really, really good evening, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.